Today, we will be rebuilding my crashed Razor MX650. As you guys probably seen on my TikToks, I got into a crash and totally messed up my bike and frame. But I found this absolute steal. For $25, I got this MX650. And it might not be in the best shape, but that's fine because I'll just be taking the frame. I'll be taking all these parts and throwing it on this frame because this one's absolutely cooked. There's this huge crack from when I crashed and the frame is totally bent inwards. And you can also see that headset is bent to the side. And when I was taking it apart, I also found a crack right there in the rear. And then this rear part is also bent upwards from me looping. So I was thinking about just welding and repairing this one, but this one's so mangled up, I decided just to get a new frame. And I found such a good steal, I just had to get it. I'm actually about to go head out right now to go to one of my friends' houses to pick up a new CRF50 gas tank for the Razor, because the one I have on there is all cracked and broken from other crashes, and this crash, as you can see, fully cracked. And my friend that lives nearby has one that's brand new and unpackaged, so I'm gonna take the Suron, which I literally just got a seat cover for, and hopefully gonna put it on tonight. I'm gonna take the Suron and go pick that up right now. I just picked up the fresh CRF50 gas tank from my friend's house. I'll have to do a lot of work on it, like cutting it, drilling a hole for the key, and the charging port, and voltmeter, and button, and all the other stuff. But I did drop it once when I was riding over, just like a scratch or two, because I forgot to bring a bag and I was just holding on to it. I would start disassembling both the bikes now, but I have to head to mountain bike practice. So hopefully tonight I can start disassembling both the bikes, stripped down to the frame, so I can get to painting on this one and just get all the parts off this one. I'm gonna start stripping down both the bikes now, and I know I said I was gonna start stripping the bikes later that night after mountain bike practice, but it's been 2 days later since I last said that. And I didn't end up doing it that night because I got home kind of late and I decided to put on my Suron Thrill Seekers seat cover, and then I had to go to bed because of school. Then the next day I had mountain biking again and it got too late, so I had to go to sleep. But now it's Friday and I'm pretty tired from school all week, but I had nothing tonight and I rode a little with my friend. But I'm gonna get to stripping both the bikes down, see how far I can get, because it's currently 9:30 and I don't want to stay up too late because I have to get up early to go to my state mountain bike race. And I've been pretty busy with mountain biking lately, but it's over after this weekend, so I'll have a lot of time to work on the bikes after that. But I'll put you guys into a time lapse of me stripping the bikes, and hopefully I can get all the way done. I finally got the stock Razor MX650 stripped all the way down to the frame with all the parts off, just left to this bare frame. Next, what I'm going to need to do is cut off this upper battery tray so I'm able to fit the battery in there, and I'll be able to transfer all the parts from this one to this one. But for tonight, I think I'm done for doing work because it's now 10:30 and I'm just exhausted from this long week. But I'm also gonna be gone all this weekend, like I mentioned earlier, for my mountain bike race. So hopefully I can get back on this project on Monday, maybe Sunday night. Okay, so I just got back from my trip over MEA, and as you can see, I have it about like halfway together, and I cut the frame where the upper batteries stock batteries sat to get the big battery in. And right now I'm just test fitting everything. Got the Moto Watts V2 footlock. And next I'm gonna strip everything down again, sand the frame and paint it with this one-of-one color I have for this razor that I've never seen on any other razors. Next, we'll get into painting it, which will hopefully be tomorrow. Even though the paint looks the same on the new frame compared to the old one over there, there's this one thing I added which is a lot different and I've never seen on any other razors. So I'm counting this as one-of-one paint job or one-of-one razor. So if I turn this light off, it should glow just like that. It's a glow-in-the-dark paint that I applied over the purple and came out pretty good. It's supposed to go on top of white paint or light colored paint, so I didn't know how it would work or even if it would work. Good thing it did, because it looks pretty sick. The green doesn't last that long, but it's just a fun party trick that you could just show people. So I might have forgot to record a little bit, but you can clearly see that I've done a lot and I forgot to record, which sucks, so sorry about that. But I'll go over everything I did while off camera, just so I don't leave you guys confused and like left behind of what I done. And first, what most obvious is I painted the frame just purple, like the same one on the old frame, same purple. And I got the Moto Watts footlock on there, V2. You can get that at motowatts.com. And next, I polished the rear wheel, because before it was pretty messed up because of like chain grease and grease remover and all that stuff. Also polished the brake mount on the swing arm and these motor spacers. Painted the Thrill Seekers thing black because it was yellow before. Well, it was white, but it's yellowing, which just looked really weird. And I decided just to go with black. Polished the controller, because why not, even though you can't really see it. Wrapped the fork guards in carbon wrap. Took off the weird spring on the front brake, which isn't a big deal, but it's just annoying, so I got it off. Polished the triple clamps and the bar mounts. And that's basically all I did. Really, all I need to do next is get to rebuilding. You need to let the frame dry for another day or so, and then I'll start to get everything together, and hopefully it will go smoothly. Okay, so I got a lot of the build done, but it's pretty late. Oh, my watch is dead. It's like 1:15 in the morning, and it's now a Thursday morning, which would be a school day, but I don't have school tomorrow. But technically I do, because it's an online day, because my school randomly has online days. But I got most of the build done. Just gotta do the wiring and get the new gas tank all cut and mocked up, and then just basically get it all back together, which I'll hopefully do tomorrow. But so far it's going pretty smooth. Everything looks good. I polished the swing arm so it's a little shinier and you can see the sparkle better. But everything's going together pretty well right now. I'm gonna have to take the battery back out, which is kind of annoying because it's really snug in there to get all the wiring back in, which I didn't think about in the first place, and I should have. So I'm gonna get everything cleaned up and then head to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, it's currently 1:35 and I'm really tired. It's been a long day, but I really didn't do anything today. And it's Saturday. I got everything wired up. I had to rewire some stuff because some stuff got messed up in the crash. These wires got broken, and I had to rewire some of the horn stuff because that broke. But I got everything wired up and managed, kind of. It looks kind of crazy, but once you put the plastics on and the gas tank, it gets all covered up and you can't see it. But this is where I'm going to leave it for tonight because I'm going to head off to bed now. but tomorrow I'll probably end up cutting the new gas tank to fit all the new stuff, and this is the old one. It has the voltmeter button and always has the charger ports that I still need to take out. So I'll need to cut this, do all that, and I'll get that tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow I can get it all completed. But for now, this is where I'm going to leave it. Okay, bro, I get it all fixed and together as you guys can see, and then I go down the road and this happens. I don't even know what happened. I don't know if my wheel stripped or the freewheel adapter stripped, but it just, right when I went down the street and gave it throttle, it just stripped and started spinning. Just so annoying, because I got everything together and it was all dialed and good, and then that happens. So now I'm gonna have to take that all back apart, figure out the problem, probably order a new wheel or freewheel thing. Hopefully freewheel adapter, because that's cheaper, and I could probably just get a free replacement. But overall, everything came out good, and I'll go over everything new that I did to the build. So first, I got this Baja mount, because before I just had it strapped on, now I have this metal mount. I wrapped the fork guards carbon, polished the triple clamps and the handlebar clamps. Got a new gas tank because the other one's cracked. Polished the swing arm so it's more shiny. Repainted the frame. Made this mud guard, new mud guard. Got a new rear tail light and new footlock for motor watts, and that's basically all. So it's been a long time since I've filmed, and that's because the bike broke right after I finished rebuilding it. And as some of you guys probably seen, this freewheel got stripped on the wheel threads, causing the sprocket just to spin around the wheel, causing it not to go. But Belts and Shit ended up sending me a new carbon freewheel adapter, which shipping took a while, so that caused a pretty big delay. But hopefully we'll get this installed today and finally get the bike fully back together once I get all this on and have the Loctite settled and actually install this correctly. Because before I didn't install it correctly, causing it to strip the threads. But on the new one, I'm going to hopefully install it correctly, making it last for a while. Okay, so I just finished mocking up the new carbon freewheel adapter. I was on call with the Belts and Shit owner, helped me set it up, get everything good. Put red Loctite all on the wheel threads to make sure everything is on right. And last time I didn't use it with Loctite with the old freewheel, which probably caused it to strip out and get all messed up. So hopefully I did it correctly this time. But now I'm gonna have to let it sit for 2 to 3 days to let the Loctite really harden and settle, because I don't want to risk it getting stripped again, so I'm going to let that sit. So I'll see you guys once it's all dry and ready to get the new wheel on. While I was waiting for the carbon freewheel to come in, I actually got a couple new parts from RZR Designs. So I got these plastic titanium bolts that bolt down the plastics. They aren't plastic, I worded that weird. But they look super good, super clean. And I got some titanium handlebar clamp bolts that look really nice. Before, my old ones were all rusty and gross. And then lastly, I got some brake mount titanium bolts, which look really good. So if you guys want any of these, go to rzrdesigns.myshopify and you can pick these up. So thank you to them for hooking me up for them. I'll put their website in my bio. And onto the wheel. Okay, so now it's been 3 days since I've installed the carbon freewheel and let the Loctite dry. So I'm gonna slide the wheel on to my bike and then try to lift the bike up the stairs and finish the work in the garage because it would be easier to do it there and less messy. I don't want to get my room full of grease when I put the chain on. So I'm gonna slide the wheel on and get it upstairs. Oh my gosh, yeah, this... Okay, so the wheel is all messed up. It's not the free wheels, my wheel is all messed up. I should have listened to the belts and shit guy and got a new wheel and stuff, but I didn't because I thought this would be all fine. But obviously it wasn't, and I should have listened, and the threads are all messed up. So now we're gonna have to figure out another thing to fix it, which probably the next best thing that I want to do is put the stock free wheel back on and then just fully weld it to the wheel so it's totally solid. But this is really annoying. Now we're gonna have to wait even longer for this to get back together. Okay, so I went ahead and got the stock free wheel all welded on by my neighbor because he's a welder, and he welded the top of the free wheel onto the threads so it shouldn't move at all. And then it's hard to see, but you can see there's some tack welds on the back, so then the free wheel itself doesn't spin at all, so it's solid. And I decided I'm gonna just polish this so it looks really shiny because, I mean, why not? It'll look cool, and I'm bored, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Might record a little bit, but it's a really long process, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll catch you guys once I get that done. Got the welds all polished and the free wheel polished and the sprocket on, rotor on, and I like Dremeled all the screws because they're a little rusty. I mean, might as well do that because I didn't want them to be rusty. But got the wheel all together, the bearings in, so I'm gonna throw it back onto the bike. Okay, so I finally got the whole bike together and actually working this time, unlike last time where we got together and then the free wheel just broke like the first time. So now it actually works, turns on, everything. Runs good, everything's good. I would go ride outside, but it snowed today, so, and it's really cold, so I can't really ride. So, hopefully, maybe we'll find a warmer day to test it, but this is how it's gonna sit in the garage probably for most of the winter. But I'm very happy that we finally got it all back together. Looking really clean. Everything works. Lights, headlight, taillight, underglow, horn. Everything works. The regen brakes are good. Got the titanium, some custom purple bolts, the sparkly swing arm, glow in the dark frame. Can't really show that, but you know, basically it's done. So full rebuild. It's been like 2 months, maybe 1 or 2 months since I've crashed, and it's been a long process, longer than I expected, but finally all together, and it's done right when I can't really ride anymore. So it will probably just sit in my room, or I might end up selling it. So let me know if I should sell it, buy Ultra B, which is my plan, or I should keep it. So let me know down in the comments what I should do, but this is probably how it's gonna sit. So thanks for watching the whole process. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Make sure to check out all my socials in the bio, and thanks for watching.